Before starting to listen to this book, please subscribe to our channel to support this channel and give the chance to upload more books for bookworms. The Unspoken Advantage: Harnessing Silence for Achievement. Written by Seraphina Lark. Audiobook by ReadRealm. Introduction: The Power of Silence. In a world that never stops talking, where every moment is filled with notifications, conversations, and endless digital noise, silence has become a rare commodity. We are conditioned to believe that being heard is the key to success, that the louder we are, the more we matter. But what if the real power lies in what is unspoken? Welcome to the Unspoken Advantage: Harnessing Silence for Achievement. This book is not about retreating from the world but about strategically using silence as a tool to gain clarity, strength, and influence. Silence is not simply the absence of sound, it is an active force, one that allows you to listen better, think deeper, and act with precision. Throughout history, some of the most successful individuals have understood the value of silence. Great leaders use pauses to command attention. Visionaries retreat into quiet spaces to develop groundbreaking ideas. Negotiators know that silence can shift the balance of power. In every aspect of life, whether in business, relationships, or personal growth, those who master the art of silence hold an undeniable advantage. But in today's fast-paced world, embracing silence is easier said than done. We fear quiet moments because they force us to confront our thoughts, our doubts, and sometimes, our deepest truths. Yet, it is within those moments that real transformation happens. Silence offers clarity where noise creates confusion. It fosters confidence where insecurity thrives. It builds resilience where distractions weaken focus. This book will guide you through the many ways silence can be harnessed for success. You will learn how to use silence to become a better communicator, a stronger leader, and a more focused individual. You will discover how to create space for deeper thinking, make better decisions, and cultivate a presence that speaks volumes, without saying a word. It's time to rethink silence, not as a weakness, but as your greatest strength. Because when you learn to embrace the unspoken, you invite success to come to you. Chapter 1: Understanding Silence Beyond Noise. Silence is often misunderstood. Many see it as emptiness, a void that needs to be filled with conversation, music, or the hum of activity. But in reality, silence is not an absence, it is a presence. It is a force that holds power, depth, and meaning. In our modern, fast-paced society, where distraction is constant and noise is inescapable, silence has become a lost art. Yet, those who learn to embrace it gain an unspoken advantage, one that leads to clarity, strength, and success. Defining silence in a noisy world. In today's world, silence is rare. We wake up to alarms, scroll through notifications, and spend our days bombarded by emails, conversations, and the endless chatter of social media. Even in moments of supposed quiet, there is often background noise, a television playing, music streaming, or a podcast filling the silence. It's as if we are afraid of stillness, equating it with loneliness or inactivity. But true silence is not about the absence of sound, it is about the presence of awareness. It is a state of being where external noise fades and internal clarity emerges. It allows us to listen, to reflect, and to make decisions with intention rather than reaction. Silence is where deep thinking happens, where creativity flourishes, and where our greatest insights arise. Those who master silence are not passive, they are powerful. They know that silence is a tool, one that sharpens their focus, strengthens their presence, and gives them an edge in both personal and professional life. Silence in nature and culture. Nature has always understood the power of silence. A dense forest at dawn, the vastness of the desert, the stillness of a snow-covered landscape, these moments of quiet are not empty but full of energy and life. Animals use silence as a survival strategy. Predators stay quiet to hunt, while prey remains still to avoid danger. Many cultures have also recognized silence as a pathway to wisdom and inner strength. In Eastern traditions, silence is deeply tied to meditation and mindfulness. Buddhist monks practice extended periods of silence to deepen self-awareness. In Japanese culture, the concept of ma emphasizes the importance of empty space and pauses, both in conversation and in art, recognizing that what is left unsaid is just as powerful as what is spoken. Indigenous cultures have long valued silence as a sign of respect and contemplation. In many Native American traditions, listening in silence is a sign of wisdom, and words are chosen carefully rather than spoken hastily. Even in the Western world, where verbal communication is dominant, some of the most influential leaders and thinkers have recognized the value of quiet reflection before making impactful decisions. The psychology of silence. If silence is so powerful, why do many people feel uncomfortable with it? The answer lies in our psychology. We have been conditioned to associate silence with awkwardness, rejection, or even failure. In a conversation, a pause can feel tense, as if something is wrong. In social situations, prolonged silence can make people uneasy, prompting them to fill the gap with small talk or meaningless chatter. But this discomfort is not a sign that silence is bad, it is a sign that we have been trained to avoid it. When we allow ourselves to sit with silence, rather than resist it, we discover something unexpected: clarity. Without external distractions, we are forced to face our thoughts, our fears, and our true desires. And while this can be uncomfortable at first, it is also incredibly powerful. By learning to embrace silence, we develop emotional resilience. We become more comfortable with ourselves, less dependent on external validation, and more in control of our own minds. This ability to sit in silence, to think deeply, and to act intentionally is a skill that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. The science behind silence. Silence is not just a philosophical concept, it has tangible, measurable benefits for the mind and body. Studies have shown that periods of silence can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve cognitive function. The brain thrives in quiet moments, using them to process information, consolidate memories, and spark creativity. One study published in the journal Brain, Structure, and Function found that 2 hours of silence each day could lead to the growth of new brain cells in the hippocampus, the region associated with learning and memory. Another study from Duke University revealed that silence has a greater effect on brain activity than even soothing music, suggesting that our minds perform best when given the space to think without interruption. Beyond cognitive benefits, silence also enhances emotional well-being. It allows for better emotional regulation, helps reduce anxiety, and fosters a deeper sense of peace. When we intentionally carve out moments of quiet in our day, we create space for our thoughts to settle, our emotions to balance, and our focus to sharpen. Embracing silence for success. Understanding silence is the first step toward using it as an advantage. Those who learn to harness it, whether in their careers, relationships, or personal growth, gain a level of control that few others possess. They become better listeners, sharper thinkers, and more intentional decision-makers. In the chapters ahead, we will explore how silence can transform communication, leadership, creativity, and goal setting. You will discover how to use quiet moments to your advantage, how to embrace stillness rather than fear it, and how to let silence work for you rather than against you. Because success is not always about the words you say. Sometimes, it's about the silence you keep. Chapter 2: The Role of Silence in Personal Growth. We often associate personal growth with action, pushing forward, doing more, and constantly striving. But true transformation doesn't always happen in movement. It happens in the stillness between our actions, in the quiet moments where we pause, reflect, and listen to ourselves. Silence is not a passive state, it is an active tool for self-discovery, emotional strength, and mindfulness. Those who learn to embrace silence don't just grow, they evolve. Silence as a tool for self-reflection. In our fast-paced lives, we rarely take the time to step back and reflect. We are so busy chasing goals and responding to daily demands that we forget to ask, am I heading in the right direction? Are my actions aligned with my values? Am I truly fulfilled? Silence provides the space to answer these questions. When external distractions fade, we can examine our lives with clarity. We begin to see what truly matters, where we are excelling, and where we need to make changes. Without this self-awareness, we risk living on autopilot, making choices that do not serve our higher purpose. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to harness silence for self-reflection is through intentional solitude. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit in quiet contemplation. No phone, no music, no conversations, just you and your thoughts. This practice helps you evaluate your goals, recognize patterns in your behavior, and make adjustments that lead to meaningful growth. Building emotional resilience through silence. Emotional resilience, the ability to stay calm and grounded in the face of challenges, is one of the most valuable skills for success. And silence plays a crucial role in developing it. When we react impulsively to emotions like anger, frustration, or anxiety, we often make choices we later regret. But if we allow ourselves a moment of silence before responding, we gain control over our reactions. A pause gives us time to process our emotions, understand their root cause, and choose a response that aligns with our values rather than acting on impulse. Studies have shown that silence helps regulate stress and emotions by lowering cortisol levels, the hormone associated with anxiety. When we step away from noise and allow our nervous system to reset, we become better equipped to handle life's difficulties. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by challenges, we approach them with a sense of calm and clarity. One practical way to incorporate silence into emotional regulation is the silent pause technique. Whenever you feel an intense emotion rising, take a deep breath and remain silent for a few moments. Let the emotion settle before deciding how to respond. Over time, this practice strengthens emotional resilience and prevents reactive decision-making. Deepening self-awareness through silence. Many people go through life disconnected from their true selves. They follow societal expectations, pursue careers they don't love, or stay in relationships that no longer serve them, all because they haven't taken the time to deeply understand themselves. Silence allows us to connect with our inner voice, the part of us that knows what we truly want and need. When we embrace quiet moments, we become more attuned to our thoughts, desires, and instincts. This deep self-awareness is essential for making choices that align with our authentic selves. Journaling in silence is an excellent practice for deep introspection. Sitting in quiet and writing down your thoughts, fears, dreams, and reflections creates a space for self-discovery. It helps uncover patterns, clarify aspirations, and guide decision-making. Meditation and mindfulness, harnessing silence for inner peace. Silence and mindfulness go hand in hand. Mindfulness, the practice of being present in the moment, is greatly enhanced by periods of silence. When we eliminate distractions, we become more aware of our thoughts, emotions, and surroundings. Meditation is one of the most effective ways to harness silence for mindfulness. It doesn't require hours of dedication, just a few minutes each day can make a difference. Here are some simple meditation techniques to get started. Focused breathing. Sit in silence and focus on your breath. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and allow your thoughts to pass without judgment. This practice calms the mind and improves concentration. Body scan meditation. In a quiet space, bring awareness to different parts of your body, starting from your toes and moving up to your head. This technique helps release tension and fosters a sense of relaxation. Silent walking. Take a walk in nature without any distractions. Pay attention to the sounds, the feel of the ground beneath your feet, and the rhythm of your steps. This practice encourages mindfulness and presence. The more we practice silence through meditation and mindfulness, the more grounded and focused we become. These quiet moments train our minds to be more present, less reactive, and more attuned to what truly matters. Embracing silence as a path to growth. Growth isn't just about what we do, it's about what we understand. And understanding comes in moments of silence. When we use quiet time for reflection, emotional regulation, self-awareness, and mindfulness, we unlock a deeper level of personal development. Success doesn't always come from speaking, acting, or pushing forward. Sometimes, it comes from pausing, listening, and allowing silence to do the work. Those who master the art of silence don't just navigate life, they shape it. Chapter 3: Silence in Communication. Communication is often thought of as the ability to express thoughts, share ideas, and convey emotions through words. But true communication is just as much about listening as it is about speaking. In fact, silence plays a critical role in making conversations more meaningful, persuasive, and impactful. Those who master the art of silence in communication gain a distinct advantage. They listen more deeply, respond more thoughtfully, and influence more effectively. The art of listening: how silence enhances understanding. Most people listen to respond, not to understand. In conversations, we often prepare our next words while the other person is still speaking, eager to insert our thoughts. But when we allow silence to take the lead, we become better listeners. Active listening is the ability to fully concentrate, understand, and respond to what another person is saying. And silence is a key component of this skill. When we stop interrupting and instead create space for others to express themselves, we gain deeper insight into their thoughts and emotions. This leads to stronger relationships, more effective teamwork, and greater respect in both personal and professional interactions. To practice the art of listening, try these simple techniques. Pause before responding. Instead of immediately reacting, take a moment to process what was said. This not only shows respect but also allows you to form a thoughtful response. Use nonverbal cues. Nodding, maintaining eye contact, and leaning in slightly signal that you are engaged without the need for words. Resist the urge to fill silences. Allow moments of quiet in conversations. It encourages others to elaborate and share more openly. By mastering silence in listening, you'll find that people open up to you more, trust you more, and see you as someone who truly understands them. Nonverbal communication: the power of silence beyond words. Words are just one part of communication. Our body language, facial expressions, and pauses often say even more. Silence is a powerful nonverbal tool that can convey confidence, authority, empathy, or contemplation. Consider a situation where someone pauses before answering a difficult question. That moment of silence signals thoughtfulness and intentionality. Similarly, a calm, silent gaze in a tense situation can demonstrate control and composure. Here's how to leverage silence in nonverbal communication. Use eye contact wisely. A steady, silent gaze can be more powerful than words, signaling confidence, understanding, or even dominance in negotiations. Be mindful of your posture. Silence paired with strong, open body language conveys assurance and presence. Control your facial expressions. A well-timed raised eyebrow or a slight smile during a silent moment can speak volumes. Mastering silence in nonverbal communication makes you more persuasive, credible, and in tune with the unspoken emotions of others. Strategic pauses in conversations: the power of intentional silence. Pauses are one of the most underutilized tools in effective communication. Whether in public speaking, negotiations, or everyday discussions, a well-placed pause can shift the entire dynamic of a conversation. In negotiations, silence can create pressure, prompting the other party to reveal more information or offer concessions. In public speaking, a pause after a key statement allows the audience to absorb the message, making it more impactful. And in everyday conversations, a moment of silence before answering a question signals confidence and intentionality. Here's how to use strategic pauses effectively. Pause after making an important point. This gives the listener time to absorb the message and adds weight to your words. Use silence to encourage the other person to speak. In negotiations, staying silent after making an offer can prompt the other party to fill the gap with a response, often to your advantage. Avoid rushing to fill awkward silences. Sometimes, allowing a pause to linger can lead to deeper discussions or insights. By incorporating intentional silence into your conversations, you'll command more attention, create anticipation, and make your words more persuasive. Silence in conflict resolution, de-escalating tense situations. In moments of conflict, our instinct is often to defend, argue, or react emotionally. But silence can be a far more effective tool for diffusing tension and finding clarity. When emotions run high, responding with immediate words can escalate the situation. A brief moment of silence, on the other hand, allows both parties to calm down, process their emotions, and approach the conversation with a clearer mindset. Consider these strategies for using silence in conflict resolution. Pause before reacting. Instead of responding defensively, take a moment of silence to collect your thoughts. Let the other person speak fully. Often, people just want to be heard. Giving them space to express their frustrations without interruption can ease tension. Use silence to demonstrate control. Remaining calm and composed in silence signals confidence and emotional stability, which can shift the energy of the conversation. By embracing silence in difficult discussions, you gain control over your emotions and the direction of the conversation. Instead of reacting impulsively, you respond with clarity and intention. Harnessing silence for stronger communication. Silence is not the absence of communication, it is a communication strategy in itself. When used intentionally, it enhances listening, strengthens nonverbal cues, adds impact to conversations, and diffuses conflict. Those who understand the power of silence don't just communicate better, they influence, lead, and connect on a deeper level. In a world where people often compete to be the loudest voice, the real advantage belongs to those who know when to stay silent. Chapter 4: Silence and Focus, the Key to Productivity. In a world filled with constant noise, emails, notifications, conversations, and never-ending to-do lists, finding focus has become more challenging than ever. We are bombarded with distractions that pull us away from our priorities, making it difficult to engage in meaningful, deep work. However, there is one powerful tool that can cut through the chaos and enhance productivity: silence. Silence isn't just an escape from noise, it is a powerful force that sharpens focus, enhances creativity, and increases efficiency. Those who learn to embrace silence and use it strategically unlock an unspoken advantage in their professional and personal lives. Eliminating distractions: how silence boosts focus. Distractions are the biggest enemy of productivity. Whether it's background chatter, a buzzing phone, or the temptation to check social media, our ability to focus is constantly under attack. But when we create moments of silence, we eliminate these distractions and allow our minds to fully engage in the task at hand. Research shows that the brain thrives in quiet environments. When external noise is reduced, cognitive function improves, allowing for better problem-solving, decision-making, and creativity. In contrast, working in a noisy environment leads to mental fatigue, stress, and reduced efficiency. To cultivate silence for better focus, try these strategies. Designate a quiet workspace. Choose a place where interruptions are minimal, whether it's a home office, library, or a secluded coffee shop during off hours. Use noise-canceling tools. If external silence isn't possible, noise-canceling headphones or soft instrumental music can help create a focused environment. Schedule silent work periods. Set aside specific times in the day where you eliminate distractions, turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and work in complete silence. By making silence a deliberate part of your routine, you create an environment that allows you to work with deeper concentration and clarity. Deep work versus shallow work, the role of silence in high-level productivity. Not all work is created equal. Some tasks require deep, focused thinking, while others involve surface-level engagement. In his book Deep Work, Cal Newport defines deep work as the ability to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks, whereas shallow work consists of tasks that don't require full concentration, such as answering emails or scrolling through social media. Silence is an essential ingredient for deep work. When we work in silence, we enter a state of flow, a highly productive mental state where distractions fade, and we perform at our highest level. Writers, researchers, and creative professionals often seek silent spaces because they understand that deep, meaningful work cannot happen in a noisy, fragmented environment. To transition from shallow work to deep work. Block out time for deep work. Dedicate at least 90-minute periods of silent, focused work without interruptions. Prioritize important tasks first. Start your day with deep work before engaging in shallow tasks like checking emails. Train your brain for sustained focus. Build the habit of working in silence for extended periods by gradually increasing your concentration time. Those who embrace deep work through silence accomplish more in a few focused hours than others do in an entire day of multitasking. Creating silence in a noisy world. Finding silence in today's hyperconnected world may seem impossible. We are constantly surrounded by the hum of technology, conversations, and digital noise. However, creating silence isn't about escaping the world. It's about making intentional choices that prioritize quiet time. Here are some practical ways to find silence in your daily life. Start your mornings in silence. Instead of checking your phone first thing in the morning, spend the first 15 to 30 minutes in quiet reflection, meditation, or journaling. Take silent breaks. Throughout the day, step away from screens, close your eyes, and embrace a few moments of complete silence. Create tech-free zones. Designate areas in your home, such as the bedroom or dining table, where electronic devices are not allowed. Go on silent retreats. Consider dedicating a weekend or even a full day to a silent retreat where you disconnect from noise and distractions completely. By intentionally carving out silent moments, you train your mind to function without constant stimulation, leading to increased clarity and reduced stress. The importance of alone time, using silence to reset and re-energize. In a world that glorifies busyness, taking time for solitude is often overlooked. But silence and alone time are essential for mental well-being and productivity. When we allow ourselves to step away from noise and distractions, we reset our minds, process thoughts more clearly, and regain energy. Alone time is not about isolation, it's about intentional solitude, choosing to be alone in order to reflect, plan, and recharge. Many of history's greatest thinkers, from Albert Einstein to Steve Jobs, credited their most innovative ideas to moments of deep silence and solitude. To use silence for re-energizing. Go for a silent walk. Walking without music or distractions allows the mind to wander, often leading to creative breakthroughs. Practice mindful breathing. Even 5 minutes of deep breathing in silence can reduce stress and improve focus. End your day with quiet reflection. Journaling or meditating before bed helps process thoughts and prepares the mind for rest. When we make time for silence and solitude, we regain control over our thoughts, emotions, and energy. Instead of being constantly drained by external noise, we create an inner space where focus and creativity thrive. Harnessing silence for maximum productivity. Silence is not just the absence of noise, it is a productivity tool. It sharpens focus, fosters deep work, and allows for intentional solitude, leading to greater efficiency and success. In a world where everyone is constantly plugged in, those who learn to embrace silence gain a powerful edge. By eliminating distractions, practicing deep work, creating silent spaces, and prioritizing alone time, you can unlock the unspoken advantage, a focused, high-performing mind capable of achieving extraordinary results.
Chapter 5: Silence and Leadership. Leadership is often associated with strong communication, persuasive speeches, and charismatic presence. However, the most influential leaders know that silence can be just as powerful, if not more, than words. Silence in leadership is not about passivity, it is a tool for commanding respect, inspiring confidence, and making better decisions. Those who harness the power of silence lead with clarity, wisdom, and authority. The silent leader, commanding respect without words. Some of the most respected leaders in history, from Mahatma Gandhi to Steve Jobs, understood the strategic use of silence. They knew that speaking less often made their words more impactful. A leader who listens intently and speaks thoughtfully commands more respect than one who talks constantly without purpose. Silence creates presence. A leader who remains calm in high-pressure situations, who does not rush to fill every pause, exudes confidence and control. People trust those who do not feel the need to prove themselves through excessive talking. To embody the silent leader. Listen more than you speak. Great leaders absorb information, process it, and respond with clarity. Use silence as a tool for emphasis. Instead of filling conversations with unnecessary words, allow pauses to make your statements more powerful. Stay composed in tense situations. Silence can de-escalate conflicts, showing that you are in control rather than reacting impulsively. When leaders master the art of silence, their presence alone can command attention and inspire action. Creating an environment of silence for teams. In a fast-paced workplace, constant meetings, discussions, and emails create a noisy environment that stifles creativity and focus. Leaders who recognize the value of silence create spaces where teams can pause, reflect, and think critically. Google, for example, encourages silent brainstorming, a technique where employees write down their ideas before discussing them. This allows for deeper thought and prevents louder voices from dominating conversations. Similarly, many innovative companies promote no-meeting days to give employees uninterrupted time for deep work. To foster silence within a team. Encourage quiet reflection. Allow time for employees to process information before responding, rather than expecting immediate answers. Implement silent brainstorming. Give team members space to generate ideas before discussing them aloud. Reduce unnecessary noise. Limit meetings, encourage focused work periods, and create quiet zones in the workplace. A team that embraces moments of silence becomes more innovative, thoughtful, and productive. Leading by example, confidence through silence. A leader's energy and habits influence the entire organization. If a leader is constantly reactive, overwhelmed, or loud, the team absorbs that same energy. On the other hand, when a leader operates with composure, thoughtful silence, and strategic communication, it sets the tone for a calm and focused workplace. Silence in leadership conveys confidence and clarity. A leader who does not feel the need to always explain, justify, or fill in the gaps demonstrates inner strength. People are drawn to those who speak only when necessary because their words carry more weight. To lead by example. Embrace pauses before responding. This shows you are considering your words carefully, making your responses more deliberate and insightful. Stay silent in moments of chaos. When problems arise, a leader who remains calm and collected reassures the team. Use body language effectively. A steady gaze, composed posture, and measured movements often communicate more than words. When leaders lead with intentional silence, they create an atmosphere of confidence, trust, and respect. Decision-making in silence, thinking before acting. In leadership, decision-making is one of the most crucial responsibilities. However, many leaders make the mistake of rushing into decisions without allowing time for quiet reflection. In a world that values speed, taking time for silence can seem counterintuitive, but it is essential for clarity. Silence gives leaders the space to step back, evaluate all factors, and make decisions with a clear mind. Some of the greatest business leaders, like Warren Buffett, are known for their practice of silent thinking before making high-stakes choices. Buffett spends hours alone reading and reflecting, allowing him to make well-informed decisions. To incorporate silence into decision-making. Step away from distractions. Take time in a quiet space to think without external noise influencing your judgment. Practice the power of pause. Instead of reacting immediately, give yourself time to process before responding. Use solitude for clarity. Many leaders schedule time alone to strategize, free from constant input from others. Silence allows leaders to move beyond impulsive reactions and instead make decisions that are well thought out, strategic, and effective. Harnessing silence for leadership success. True leadership is not about speaking the most, it is about listening, observing, and thinking deeply before taking action. Silence, when used intentionally, builds respect, fosters innovation, and enhances decision-making. By embracing the power of silence, leaders heavy checkmark earn the trust and respect of their teams. Heavy checkmark cultivate a work environment that values deep thought and creativity. Heavy checkmark make better, more strategic decisions. In a world filled with noise, the most powerful leaders are those who understand the unspoken advantage of silence. Chapter 6: Silence in Creativity and Innovation. Creativity and innovation are often thought to emerge from bursts of energy, collaboration, and discussion. While external inspiration can be valuable, true creativity often flourishes in silence. When the noise of daily life fades, the mind has the freedom to explore, connect ideas, and generate groundbreaking solutions. Silence is not empty, it is the space where creativity is born. The power of silence in problem solving. Great ideas rarely emerge from chaotic environments. When faced with a difficult problem, people often default to brainstorming sessions filled with back-and-forth discussions. While collaboration is important, the most profound insights frequently come during moments of solitude. Think about the times when your best ideas surfaced. It was likely in the shower, during a walk, or in a quiet moment alone. That is because when the mind is free from external chatter, it can engage in deeper, more creative thinking. Silence allows for divergent thinking, exploring multiple possible solutions without external pressure. Reflection, processing past experiences and connecting them to new ideas. Mental clarity, eliminating distractions so that creative thoughts can emerge. History is filled with examples of innovators who relied on silence for breakthroughs. Albert Einstein took long, silent walks to process complex theories. Steve Jobs practiced mindfulness and quiet reflection to refine Apple's revolutionary designs. The most creative minds understand that silence is not wasted time, it is the foundation of innovation. Silent spaces for innovation. If creativity thrives in silence, then the environment plays a crucial role in fostering innovation. Many companies, universities, and creative professionals recognize the need for quiet spaces to encourage deep thinking. Tech companies like Google and Microsoft have designed their workspaces to include silent zones, places where employees can step away from the constant noise of emails, meetings, and conversations. Writers and artists retreat to cabins, studios, and libraries to escape distractions and immerse themselves in their work. to create a silent space for innovation.
Reduce digital noise. Turn off notifications and schedule screen-free time to let your mind wander. Designate quiet areas. Whether it's a specific room or a certain time of day, carve out moments for undisturbed thinking. Embrace solitude. Spending time alone, free from external input, allows for deeper creative exploration. When innovation is the goal, silence is not an absence, it is an essential ingredient. Unlocking your creative potential. Many people believe they are not creative simply because they have not given their minds the space to explore. Creativity is not reserved for artists, musicians, or writers. It is a skill that can be developed, and silence is one of the most effective ways to unlock it. When the mind is constantly occupied with external information, social media, news, conversations, there is little room for original thought. But when you step into silence, your brain has the opportunity to make unexpected connections, leading to fresh ideas. Ways to use silence to boost creativity. Practice white space thinking. Give yourself moments of intentional emptiness. Sit in silence and let thoughts flow freely. Engage in mindful solitude. Spend time alone without distractions, allowing your mind to roam. Step away from forced thinking. If you're stuck on a problem, stop actively trying to solve it. Let silence do the work in the background. Many of history's greatest inventors, writers, and thinkers understood that silence is not inactivity, it is the mind's most powerful creative tool. Silence as a source of inspiration. In a world that celebrates busyness, many overlook the power of stillness. Yet some of the most inspiring ideas come not from noise, but from the quiet moments in between. Nature is filled with examples of how silence breeds creativity. Writers like Henry David Thoreau retreated to nature's silence to produce their most profound works. Composers such as Ludwig van Beethoven relied on silent contemplation before writing symphonies. Even in modern times, many innovators take retreats to reconnect with the deep inspiration that only silence can provide. Silence helps you notice the unnoticed. In stillness, you become more aware of details and insights that would otherwise be missed. Tap into intuition. With external noise removed, your inner voice becomes clearer, guiding you toward creative solutions. Draw inspiration from unexpected places. Whether it's a quiet morning or a peaceful walk, silence creates the perfect conditions for inspiration. Embracing silence for a more creative life. The ability to innovate, create, and solve problems is not a product of constant activity, it is born in moments of stillness. By embracing silence, you give your mind the space to think deeply, explore freely, and unlock ideas that would never emerge in a world of noise. Silence is not the absence of creativity, it is the key to unlimited creative potential. Chapter 7: Silence and Relationships. In a world that often values words over stillness, silence in relationships is frequently misunderstood. Many believe that conversation is the key to connection, yet silence, when used intentionally, can be just as powerful, if not more so. Silence holds space for deeper understanding, emotional connection, and trust. It allows us to listen more attentively, communicate without words, and navigate conflicts with wisdom. When embraced, silence can strengthen relationships in ways that words alone cannot. Silence as a tool for connection. Deep and meaningful relationships are not built solely on words but on presence. Shared silences, where two people can exist together without the need for constant conversation, can create a sense of closeness and comfort. True connection doesn't always require filling the space with words. Sometimes, simply being there is enough. Consider the quiet moments between close friends, family members, or romantic partners. Sitting in silence without feeling the need to entertain each other signifies a level of intimacy and understanding that goes beyond verbal communication. These moments allow for reflection, appreciation, and a sense of calm togetherness. In many cultures, silence is a natural part of bonding. For example, in Japan, the concept of ma embraces the space between sounds, recognizing the importance of silence in deepening relationships. Indigenous cultures often practice silent listening, where one person speaks while the others absorb their words in reflective silence. Many long-lasting friendships and relationships thrive on the comfort of shared silence, where neither person feels pressured to fill the space. Silence allows for an unspoken connection, one built on presence, rather than performance. The power of unspoken understanding. Silence has a way of speaking louder than words when it comes to emotions. A knowing glance, a soft smile, a gentle touch, these nonverbal cues often communicate more than a string of sentences ever could. When used effectively, silence conveys understanding, empathy, and emotional depth. Think of a time when someone simply sat with you in a difficult moment, offering quiet support rather than words. In grief, sadness, or deep contemplation, silence provides comfort and validation. Sometimes, people don't need advice or solutions, they just need presence. Empathy in silence can be expressed through listening fully, giving the other person the space to speak without interruption, being present, showing attentiveness through eye contact and body language, holding space, allowing someone to process emotions without rushing to respond. Silence isn't about withholding words, it's about making space for deeper, more meaningful connection. Managing tension with silence. When emotions run high, silence can be a powerful tool for diffusing conflict. Often, in heated discussions, people feel the urge to respond quickly, defend themselves, or prove a point. But sometimes, the best response is no immediate response at all. Silence creates a pause, a moment to step back, process emotions, and approach the conversation with clarity rather than impulsiveness. Instead of reacting in the heat of the moment, silence allows time to calm intense emotions before saying something regrettable. Observe the other person's perspective without rushing to defend your own. Encourage self-reflection for both sides of the conversation. In relationships, silence can be used to signal respect and understanding rather than disengagement. Instead of escalating an argument, a well-placed pause can shift the energy, providing space for a more constructive dialogue. However, it's important to distinguish between intentional silence and avoidance. Silence should never be used as a form of punishment or emotional withdrawal, as this can damage relationships rather than strengthen them. When used mindfully, silence fosters resolution rather than resentment. Building trust through silence. Trust is often built in the quiet moments, the ones where words are unnecessary, but presence is everything. The ability to share silence comfortably is a sign of deep trust, whether in friendships, family bonds, or romantic relationships. Silence plays a role in trust building by allowing space for authenticity. When silence is accepted, people feel safe to be themselves without pressure to perform. Demonstrating patience. Giving someone time to process thoughts or emotions shows understanding. Reinforcing reliability. Sometimes, just being there, without needing to say anything, proves loyalty and commitment. In leadership, friendships, and romantic relationships, those who can sit in silence together often share the strongest bonds. Trust is not just about spoken promises, it is about the quiet confidence that the other person will be there when it matters most. Embracing silence in relationships. In a world that equates communication with constant talking, silence is often overlooked as a relationship-building tool. Yet, those who harness the power of silence know that true connection is not about saying more, it's about listening more, being present, and creating space for understanding. Silence is not a void to be filled, it is a bridge that deepens connection. By embracing quiet moments, relationships become stronger, communication becomes more meaningful, and trust becomes unshakable. Chapter 8: Overcoming the Fear of Silence. For many of us, silence is not a comfortable companion. The idea of sitting alone with our thoughts, without any distraction or noise, can feel intimidating. It's as if silence exposes us to our innermost fears, doubts, and insecurities. In a world where noise is constant, whether it's the hum of technology, social media chatter, or the pressures of modern life, it's no wonder that silence is often perceived as uncomfortable or even frightening. Yet, within this discomfort lies an incredible opportunity for growth, clarity, and empowerment. Fear of being alone with our thoughts. The fear of silence often stems from an inability to be alone with our thoughts. In the quiet, we are forced to confront what we've been avoiding or suppressing. Thoughts can swirl in a chaotic, overwhelming way when there is no external noise to drown them out. This is particularly true when we're facing deep personal issues or unresolved emotions. The fear arises because silence requires us to face our vulnerabilities head-on. It's easier to distract ourselves with the constant noise of daily life than to sit in stillness and reflect. We fear what might surface when there's nothing left to hide behind. But in doing so, we miss the opportunity for real self-discovery and growth. Overcoming this fear begins with a change in perspective. Rather than seeing silence as a threat, we can view it as an invitation, an opportunity to learn more about ourselves. Embracing the discomfort of silence allows us to process our thoughts, release pent-up emotions, and uncover insights that are often hidden beneath the noise of our busy lives. Breaking the habit of constant noise. Our culture is one that constantly values activity and noise. From the moment we wake up, we are bombarded with sounds, notifications, podcasts, conversations, the radio, and the never-ending scroll of social media. It's as though we're afraid of missing out on something if we stop and simply listen to ourselves. This cultural obsession with noise often conditions us to fear silence. Breaking this habit takes intentional effort. The first step is to create small moments of stillness throughout the day. For example, you can start with short periods of silence. Begin by setting aside 5 minutes of quiet time, free from distractions. Gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable. Create a quiet space. Designate a space in your home or office where you can retreat for moments of silence and reflection. Limit media consumption. Set boundaries on the amount of time you spend on social media, news, or entertainment. Instead, use that time to enjoy quiet activities such as reading, journaling, or simply observing your surroundings. By deliberately cultivating these moments of silence, you can begin to retrain your mind and body to embrace stillness rather than fear it. The more we practice being still, the more comfortable we become with silence. Finding comfort in stillness. The key to overcoming the fear of silence is to practice sitting with it. It may feel awkward or unsettling at first, but like any skill, comfort with silence comes through repetition. Here are a few practical steps to help you become more comfortable with stillness. Meditation. Start with simple meditation practices that focus on breath awareness or body scans. This can help calm the mind and ease anxiety around silence. Mindful listening. Spend time listening to the natural world, whether it's the rustling of leaves, birdsong, or the sound of water. Engaging with the quiet around you can help you feel grounded in stillness. Journaling. Use silence as a tool for introspection. Write down your thoughts, emotions, and reflections. This process allows you to engage with your inner world without external distractions. As you incorporate more moments of silence into your life, you'll gradually notice that the discomfort begins to fade. Silence becomes less of a threat and more of a sanctuary for growth and self-discovery. Transforming fear into strength. The true power of silence lies in its ability to transform fear into strength. When we face our fears in silence, we gain a sense of control over them. The act of sitting with our thoughts and feelings without rushing to fill the space with distractions or noise empowers us. It gives us the space to process emotions, make decisions, and regain a sense of inner calm. Silence can be a tool for personal empowerment. Instead of running from our discomforts, we learn to sit with them, to allow them to pass through us, and to emerge stronger on the other side. In silence, we cultivate resilience. We transform fear into confidence, confusion into clarity, and anxiety into peace. When we master silence, we unlock a powerful tool for personal growth and achievement. The fear that once felt paralyzing becomes a source of strength, and we gain the ability to thrive in the stillness. By overcoming the fear of silence, we open the door to deeper self-awareness, emotional resilience, and empowerment. Silence is not something to be feared or avoided, it is a tool to be harnessed for transformation and success. Through intentional practice, we can learn to embrace silence and use it to shape our lives and our future. Chapter 9: Applying Silence to Achieve Your Goals. Achieving success in any area of life requires more than just hard work and effort. It demands clarity, focus, and a deep understanding of what you want. Silence, when used intentionally, can be one of the most powerful tools to help you achieve your goals. In this chapter, we explore how silence can guide you through goal setting, motivation, visualization, and staying committed to your path. Using silence for clarity in goal setting. When it comes to setting both long-term and short-term goals, clarity is key. The noise of daily life can cloud our judgment and make it difficult to pinpoint exactly what we want. This is where silence plays a crucial role. Taking time to be alone in quiet spaces allows you to clear your mind and focus on what truly matters to you. Whether you are planning your career, personal life, or a specific project, silence provides the space to reflect deeply. Without the distractions of emails, phone calls, or external opinions, you can listen to your inner voice and set goals that align with your true desires. To use silence effectively for goal setting. Find a quiet space, whether it's a secluded spot in nature, a quiet room, or a peaceful time during the day. Ensure you are free from distractions. Ask yourself important questions. What do I want to achieve? Why is it important? What steps do I need to take to get there? Write it down. Take notes during your moments of silence. Document your thoughts and refine them as you gain clarity. Silence as a motivator. Achieving your goals isn't always a smooth journey. There will be moments of doubt, distraction, and frustration. Silence can act as a motivator, helping you remain focused and determined when challenges arise. In times of difficulty, silence allows you to step back and recalibrate. It helps you disconnect from external pressures and refocus on your purpose. In quiet moments, you can reconnect with the why behind your goals, which provides the motivation to keep going, even when obstacles seem overwhelming. When facing challenges, use silence to revisit your goals, reflect on why they matter and what achieving them will bring to your life. Find your inner strength, embrace stillness to tap into your resilience and determination. Visualizing success in silence. Visualization is a powerful tool that successful people often use to achieve their goals. But there's an added dimension to visualization when it is done in silence. Quiet time enhances your ability to picture the outcome of your goals clearly, allowing you to mentally rehearse your success and strengthen your belief in its possibility. By visualizing your success in a peaceful state, you enhance the connection between your thoughts and actions. Whether you're visualizing a career milestone, a personal achievement, or a specific accomplishment, silence amplifies the power of your visualization by creating a clear, uninterrupted mental picture. To make the most of silent visualization, close your eyes and imagine your success. Picture the exact outcome you desire, how it looks, feels, and impacts your life. Immerse yourself in the emotions. Silence allows you to feel the emotions tied to your success, reinforcing your commitment to your goals. Staying committed through silence. One of the biggest challenges in achieving goals is maintaining commitment, especially when the going gets tough. Silence helps you stay grounded and focused, even when distractions and difficulties arise. In moments of uncertainty or fatigue, silence provides the mental space to regain clarity and reinforce your commitment. It offers you a break from the noise of the outside world, allowing you to focus inwardly on your progress and the steps needed to move forward. Use silence to stay committed by taking time for reflection. Regularly check in with yourself to assess your progress and reaffirm your dedication to your goals. Reconnecting with your values. In silence, reflect on what is truly important to you and how your goals align with your deeper values. Silence isn't just the absence of noise, it is a powerful tool to help you achieve your goals. By using silence to gain clarity, stay motivated, visualize your success, and remain committed, you create a strong foundation for accomplishing everything you desire. The quiet moments that might seem insignificant are actually the moments where the seeds of achievement are planted and nurtured. Chapter 10: The Future of Silence, A Path Forward. In a world increasingly dominated by noise, the importance of silence is making a powerful comeback. As the hustle and bustle of modern life grows louder, social media notifications, constant connectivity, and the pressure to always be on, more and more individuals are turning to silence as a tool for personal growth, clarity, and achievement. This rise of the quiet revolution reflects a growing recognition that silence isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity for success and well-being in the modern world. The rise of the quiet revolution. We are witnessing a profound shift toward valuing silence in a society that once prized constant activity and external validation. People are increasingly seeking quiet spaces to foster creativity, deepen relationships, and grow personally. The benefits of silence, focus, mindfulness, self-reflection, are being recognized across industries, from business to education to the arts. This quiet revolution is about reclaiming moments of stillness where true growth and innovation occur. Silence in a digital world. As technology advances and the world becomes more digitally interconnected, silence will play an even more critical role in ensuring that individuals maintain their sense of self and purpose. We live in a time where distractions are just a tap away, and the noise of endless information can drown out our inner voice. But silence, in this digital age, offers a sanctuary. It's a means of creating space to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with our deeper selves. The future of silence isn't about rejecting technology, but rather finding harmony between the digital world and our need for stillness. It's about creating boundaries, intentionally disconnecting, embracing solitude, and giving ourselves permission to not be always available. Adapting to change with silence. The world is changing rapidly. Social, political, environmental, and technological changes are reshaping how we live and work. Embracing silence provides a powerful way to adapt to these shifts. Silence equips us with the mental clarity and emotional resilience to navigate uncertainty and change with grace. In stillness, we gain perspective and develop the patience needed to adjust and thrive. By practicing silence, we become more agile in our thinking and actions, allowing us to respond to challenges rather than react impulsively. This adaptive quality is essential in a world that demands flexibility and foresight. A call to action. As we move forward, it is essential to incorporate silence into our daily lives. We must take time to pause, reflect, and listen to ourselves, away from the constant noise and distractions. Silence is not something to fear or avoid, but something to embrace as a tool for personal empowerment, achievement, and growth. I encourage you, the reader, to find moments of quiet each day. Create spaces where silence can thrive, whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply stepping away from technology. Use this silence to reconnect with your goals, refine your values, and cultivate the inner peace needed to succeed. The future is quiet. It is in the silence where true achievement and fulfillment lie. Don't wait for the world to quiet down. Take control of your own journey and harness the unspoken advantage that silence offers. The path forward begins in the stillness within. Conclusion: harnessing the power of silence for lasting achievement. As we reach the end of this journey together, we've explored the profound impact that silence can have on our personal and professional lives. From its ability to foster deep introspection to its power in communication, creativity, leadership, and goal achievement, silence is an invaluable tool that many overlook in today's noisy world. We've learned that silence is not merely the absence of sound, but a powerful resource that can unlock the doors to success, fulfillment, and lasting growth. At its core, silence offers us a chance to reconnect with ourselves, our thoughts, emotions, and aspirations. It helps us cut through the noise and distractions, allowing us to gain clarity, focus, and purpose. Whether through self-reflection, enhancing relationships, or sharpening our decision-making, silence guides us toward better understanding and growth. We've seen how silence can be transformative in a world filled with constant activity and how it can provide the space needed to reset, innovate, and lead with confidence. In both our personal and professional lives, silence serves as a foundation for true achievement. It's not just about being quiet, it's about using that quiet to harness creativity, strengthen resilience, and cultivate the clarity needed to navigate challenges. The ability to embrace silence is an investment in ourselves, enabling us to rise above distractions, refocus our energy, and achieve more with greater intention. As you move forward, remember that silence is not a passive experience. It's an active and intentional practice that can unlock your greatest potential. In moments of quiet, you will find the strength to push through fear, refocus on your goals, and connect with the success waiting for you. The power of silence is in your hands. It's time to embrace it fully. I encourage you to create space for silence in your daily life. Whether through a few quiet minutes in the morning, a silent walk in nature, or intentional pauses throughout your day, make silence a consistent part of your routine. As you do, you'll find that success and fulfillment will follow naturally, guided by the stillness within. Embrace silence, and you will embrace the unspoken advantage that leads to lasting achievement. Thank you for listening to this audiobook. If you like this book, please share and subscribe to this channel for getting more exciting audiobooks on this channel.